Well, it happened. The woke team of Team USA, known as the Super Cancer, Megan Rapinoe, has lost. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As I told you, this team will not be superior against any of the world teams around the world. Although I always root for Team USA when it comes to World Cup matches, when it comes to pride and nation versus everything else. I was not rooting for this team. I've been against the women's team for almost 3 years now, probably longer, ever since that cancer known as Megan Rapinoe. And she spread it amongst the ranks of all the other teams. And just because Megan Rapinoe is going to retire and no longer playing for Team USA again, I still won't root for Team America. You robbed the men of all the money that they should have made. The media helped you guys orchestrate a fake narrative about the women's being underpaid. Underpaid my ass. What underpaid you guys were getting? When the pandemic started, the men didn't even make $1, while the women, because they negotiated their own contracts in that type of way, were getting paid millions upon millions. But guess what? They seen the men wanted a challenge. They wanted a riskier negotiation process because men always takes more of a risk versus women. Women wants the safeguarded contract negotiations or payment plans, meaning that we want benefits, insurance, and all that. The men just wanted to get paid for what they performed and did. So guess what? It paid off for the men when the World Cup, a few years ago, like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago that happened. The men made a lot of money, but the women took that narrative and wanted to renegotiate again after already negotiating their contracts. So they seen what the men were getting paid and lied about, oh, we need to get paid the same way too, even though they were already getting way more money than the men. It was proven. This is why they lost the lawsuit in court. A lot of you guys failed to read because you watch woke ESPN and Stephen A. Smith going on this fake ass rant. They lost the lawsuit. Courts ruled that the women were making more than the men. What happened was the U.S. Federation had a new president, which was a woman. So she caved in only because of her gender. Let's just give them the amount of money they're asking for, which was so unfair because if you play for the men's national team and that was your dream to play for them, you're getting undercut as far as payments because majority of what you guys do, anything the men do, it goes straight to the women on top of the negotiated contract the women have already. They have more guaranteed deals than what the men have. Remember, Megan Rapinoe went on Good Morning America and lied out of her ass. Her own teammate was sitting beside her and was cringing because she knew Megan was lying because the announcer host said, but it shows that you guys got paid more than the men. So Megan tried to say, it's very complicated how the women are. No, bitch, you lied. You didn't know. You know it wasn't complicated. You knew the media was going to have your back and make some gender war politics because it makes more views and it's more controversy. But guess what? The backlash of Sweden getting rid of our American cancer known as the U.S. women's national team was sweet joy and victory. To lie and be greedy like that, it's almost the American way. I hate to admit to it, but to see your women's professional team behaving in a Neanderthal type of, I don't know how to articulate it properly because I want to use more actual words for Team USA, but this is YouTube, so I have to be very careful about what I use. So many teams were going to beat America anyways. Portugal was supposed to win against America, but guess who caused Portugal not to win? It was the goalpost. Team USA, it has so many other players besides Megan Rapinoe. I don't want to say her name. But the media keeps showing this bitch every time she gets in, and she barely even got in. She was a bench warmer, and when she got in, she was cringe. She missed a penalty kick against Sweden and was laughing. You guys can go back to the replays today. She was laughing. What's so funny about missing a penalty kick? And I know y'all going to say, well, 3 other players miss a penalty kick. The one Megan missed is the one that could have won the game. If she would have made it, Team USA would have won. So it was beautiful how God doesn't make mistakes with evil people who do evil type of things. Evil doers will never win when Team America is supposed to be seen as the superheroes of the world. Am I wrong or right? Even if we don't believe that, but they're supposed to be a representation of that. But you guys went on the track of robbing the American men's national team. They've barely made any type of money while the women's were getting rich off of the payments they've been receiving. But guess what? If Megan Rapinoe says they're underpaid and the media decides to hijack the movement and trump upon it and say, yeah, it's a gender bias, they're not getting paid. The courts already debunked it, all that. That's why they didn't win their lawsuit. But ESPN and everybody keeps saying they won the lawsuit. ESPN gave them a bravery award, whatever you call it. And there were so much actual human beings who deserve that award. That's like when they gave the Woman of the Year to Caitlyn Jenner, and she only turned into a woman less than 3 months. You could have at least wait 5 years, but you gave it to her. Anybody who get any SB awards, you know that award is tainted. It's no good for anybody. They made the entire women national team walk on stage and get this bravery award. What did they do? They lied. They were never underpaid. And it was so cringe watching ESPN and them being in cahoots together. All that was crap. God does not make mistakes. I enjoyed every single moment of watching Sweden win. That's why I got my Sweden shirt on. Sweden, beautiful women, beautiful patriotism, beautiful pride in your team. Our women doesn't even sing the national anthem. You would think it's about melanated people and all that. No, it's for their own gripes and complaints of BS, just to be seen with Megan Rapinoe. Look, we're woke and we're ready. This was so sweet and beautiful, very sweet joy over here. I told y'all, man, nobody wants to see political realms being infiltrated into our sports. Look, when we watch sports, both men and women, people are trying to get away from all the stress of the world already. We're trying to get away from all the BS the world has to give us and just enjoy a nice sports celebration. That's it. We don't want to hear about your woke patriotism. We don't want to hear about gender wars and your lies about being underpaid. Look, there's a lawyer called Nate the Lawyer. He has actual receipts and facts. You guys go to his YouTube channel. He debunked it for the last 2.5 years, how the women team USA have robbed the men's team, how the media such as ESPN have made lies about the women being underpaid. Once again, I'm going to keep saying it. They never were underpaid. They used their gender to hijack the men's money and got millions of dollars from the U.S. president of the federation, which is a woman. Yeah. So even after the court said, no, we deny you guys are not getting paid this because you guys are already overpaid. And the new president of the U.S. Federation, she decided to grant and give them the money anyways. And yes, because she's a woman, just to placate towards the fake narrative that was out there. The gender bias is going extreme. God doesn't like ugly and he doesn't make mistakes. Good riddance to Team USA of the women's team, that is. Because I'm always going to support the men's team. Good riddance to you guys forever. Good riddance to Megan Rapinoe. And what's that other girl, Morgan? Morgan should have been benched 3 games ago. Because the women's teams also have a trash coach. I'll be honest with you. Morgan, she's the hero. She just sit her ass down. You guys had so much bench players you rarely even used. That's why you really, truly lost. And Megan Rapinoe missing that penalty kick and laughing lets me know she's going to be on TV even more. She's laughing because of the millions and the sponsorship she's made by lying about being a victim. Well, I guess a victim narrative was more important for the women's team than actually winning a World Cup. Good riddance, and thank you to the women's team of Sweden. And I was rooting for any team that played against the women's team anyways. Let's just be honest. All of us were. Peace.